The river, calm, trusted, eternal. But the waters kept rising higher and higher. And when the levees broke, America drowned. The year was 1927. Heavy rains and snowmelt swelled the mighty Mississippi, as if nature itself prepared for war. The levees, built to protect, became fragile walls against a sleeping giant. Communities placed their faith in these barriers, never imagining the storm to come. Then, with a deafening roar, the levees failed. Entire towns vanished within hours, swept away in the unstoppable flood. At its peak, the flood submerged 16 million acres across 7 states. Families clung to rooftops, praying the waters would spare their lives. Heroes emerged, rescue boats became lifelines for the stranded. But for millions, survival meant displacement, crowded refugee camps under the open sky. The disaster exposed deep racial inequities. Black communities bore the heaviest burden. Relief came, but not equally. Aid was rationed and injustice persisted. Still, countless acts of bravery shone through the darkness. It was not only human lives at stake, the land, the livestock, the future all drowned together. An ocean had formed where fertile farmland once thrived. Disease and hunger soon followed, striking the weakest among the survivors. The government was forced to respond. The Mississippi River Commission sought answers. Experts studied the shattered levees, vowing this devastation must never happen again. For many, the flood ended more than homes. It ended generations of life in the Delta. The flood accelerated the Great Migration, reshaping America's cities and culture. Politically, it redefined disaster response and forced leaders to act on a national scale. Even the president could not ignore the tide of suffering. From its destruction came reform. New levees, floodways, and dams were built. America rebuilt, determined to never again bow to the river's wrath. The legacy of 1927 shaped flood control for generations. Yet the river still whispers warnings, its history etched into every community along its banks. Today, as climate change brings new extremes, the lessons of 1927 grow urgent once more. The flood lives on in memory, passed down through faded photographs and stories. Descendants of survivors keep alive the voices of those who endured. The Mississippi flows on, majestic and eternal, a river of life and destruction. The Great Mississippi Flood was more than a natural disaster. It was a defining moment in America's history.
You've been listening to the World Nature Podcast, brought to you by Boldcraft Studio. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you in the next one.